This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below.
Hey guys, nostalgic F1 fan Jimmy here, and welcome back to Automobilista for another video. So as you guys probably know, Formula 1 is going to Hockenheim this weekend. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think of Hockenheim, I think of the old layout and not the new one. Now, like a lot of old circuits, old Hockenheim was pretty bonkers, to be honest, and also really difficult to set up a car for. The forest section of the circuit saw speeds of excess of 220 miles per hour, only really broken up by these chicanes in an effort to try and slow the cars down somewhat. Whereas the stadium section comprises of slow and medium speed corners, meaning you sort of want a car to have a little bit of downforce, but of course every click of downforce you added for the stadium section took away from your top speed here, so setting up the car around here really was a bit of a nightmare. We're running the 1988 layout of the circuit today, with our car of choice being this, a Formula Classic car, which is essentially a late 80s F1 car, turbocharged, capable of over 1,000 brake horsepower, not quite using that much power of course in the race, but still very fun nonetheless. No VR today, unfortunately, because AMS doesn't support it, but guys, let me show you just how awesome Hockenheim used to be. Well then, here we are on the grid at Hockenheim in our Formula Classic, starting towards the back of the grid. Of course, this is H-pattern, so this is going to be an eventful start, standing start, a bad start by me pumping the clutch to try and get a bit of wheel spin, but guys on the left-hand side of the grid slow. We're going to go to the inside, free wide for T1, down to second gear, try and just not touch the curb too much, but end up running it over, and now we are going into the forest up to 200 plus miles per hour. What's that speedo there? 320 k's is 200 miles per hour. A very short fifth and sixth gear to make the most of that turbo. To the inside now, deep in the slipstream. All the cars in front have to brake early though, because it's the chicane and it's lap one, and those things don't usually go together. A little bit passive on the way in by me there as AI bunts up a little bit of contact, but damage is off for that reason. Oh, getting a wheel on the curb there, trying to accelerate and nearly spinning out, just showing you the power and how silly the turbo is missing. All the power is right at the top. Coming down now to the second chicane. Again, very dodgy on the first lap. We're going to just try and get through there in one piece. You can sort of ride the curb through there, but don't touch the throttle on the way through, whatever you do. Really enjoying the force feedback in this already. I don't play AMS enough, I don't know why, it's such a good sim. Second chicane now, we're going to go down to third gear. Bit clumsy on the downshift there, I was looking ahead at the same time, sort of got distracted, just trying to find a gap on the right there, but not able to continue my run. Now boxed in behind the car in front. We're now coming into the stadium section. This is where you want a bit of downforce if you have it. We have a tiny bit, so we should be okay. Third gear. Come on, should be in second through there. Very clumsy first lap. Everyone just vying for position to the inside. Now this very tricky part round here. Luckily we're going a bit slower than we usually do because of the traffic. But trying to balance the throttle and brake through here is very scary. You touch the brake in the wrong way, the car will just go around on you. That's one lap done, just about, you see there. Just proof of the power underneath my right foot. Very spooky. First time taking T1 at speed. Oh, going front spins out, comes back across the circuit. I'm going to avoid that. Got a yellow just as I passed him, so I'm going to ignore that. And now back onto the straight. Guys in front slow for some reason, just trying to find a way through. There's no way here. Going to just try tucking behind this fella in front, making our way nicely up the grid though. Not quite enough for sixth gear. Again, I'm a little bit careful on the braking here because I know some of the cars like to just suddenly jam on their brakes. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Forced to the outside, guy on the inside, I think touched the curb, slowed him down. He's still there. Now it's a drag race and he's winning. But now I've got the slipstream. Look at the pull there. We're going to go to the inside, the outside for this right-hander, but we'll be the inside for the first part of the chicane. Outbrake me like I wasn't even there. The AI are so good into that chicane. The force feedback for that right-hander is so good. There's so much detail in the force feedback. I'd say that this rivals RF2's force feedback in AMS. It really does, especially in cars like this. Sixth gear, nearly again to that magic 200 miles per hour. Oh, I missed third gear there. I went into fifth instead, and that really ruined my engine brake, and you heard the brakes lock there as I tried to slow the car down. Again, the slipstream. Can we do anything into the stadium section, I wonder? Not really a corner you want to be overtaking into. Wow, again, just locking the brakes, car sliding as the tyres take the punishment that I dish out to them. Again, very slow and clumsy through here. Don't get on that curb, guy in front, you'll regret it. We'll keep it in second gear. Have to be smooth on the brakes. See that? I just touched the brake pedal and the car snapped at the rear. Just how the road goes through there. To be very careful. Touch the curb on exit. Another lap down. Only a 5-lap race around here today. But man, I'm already feeling sweaty. Really steering loads up so nicely through the corners and the bumps on the straight. You feel them, but they don't overtake the force feedback. It isn't all you feel. You just feel detail. Right, okay, come on. There you go, over 200 miles per hour now. Banging the limiter in 6th gear. Just a little bit scared of going in full ham with the AI there because they do like to shut the door. Stamping on the throttle in 1st gear, just believing in those big fat rear tyres to grip. Just staying on the outside, returns to the inside. Not really much I can do here, or can I? Oh, I don't want to make this 3 wide. Hey, look at them. They just don't give a they just don't give a shit when they go in there. I feel a little bit more scared than they do. Of course, I'm not really making up many positions here, but the experience here of racing at old Hockenheim in a car like this, so cool, so cool. Right, let's just focus on getting this into 3rd this time instead of 5th. There you go, one big blip on the downshift. Oh, on the curb, scary. Carry the speed, back on the throttle early. It's not like a modern car, this. You have to get back on the throttle very early and just believe the turbo is... Oh, wow, the AI just stopped in a straight line there, gave me nowhere to go. Luckily, we didn't go off. That's now going to open me to attack from the guys behind. Going to just keep it, left foot brake and fall through here just to carry momentum through the corner. I'll suffer the exit later. Wow, what I was trying to say before the AI nearly killed me, again, is that this is not a naturally aspirated car. This is an old turbo, so you get on the throttle so early and just hope that you don't hit the boost before you come out the corner. You try and set it up so you hit it just as you come out. But it involves an in-depth knowledge of the car. I don't quite have that yet. T1's so fun in this car again. Oh wow, guy, go on the right off. The T1 is where you want to have a little bit of downforce. Just don't have it. 6th gear again. Freight train him. Oh, there's not enough room. He comes back across. Give me the room now. A bit late. Wow, everyone and their aunt comes by me there into the chicane. The AI is just so ruthless. Come on. I tried to quick shift into 2nd. The car was having none of it. Such an experience driving this car. It's so manual. You're so involved. No, onto the curb. No. Oh, man. See, I'm just trying to push it a bit there. Trying to just follow the AI through, but you're just seeing just how much of a challenge it is. And whew, I'm working up a sweat now. Come on, let's try and get some of these places back. He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. They just don't give up. They do not back out. It's like we've been racing on a public server, these AI. They want to harm you. Both physically and psychologically. Rear kicks a bit there as I'm a bit sloppy on the downshift. I missed the throttle pedal there. So hard with the force in this brake as well. It's hard to lift your foot at all and maintain braking force in an effective way. Can probably hear that I'm getting quite out of breath now. I'll probably look quite sweaty as well. I couldn't do this for an entire race. I'd be out. The force feedback is set to what I think would be quite realistic. Not too heavy though, but heavy enough we can know about it. Go in front, gets loose. Oh, contact! The AI, please. And again, I've lost so many places. Damn it, AI! I know where you live. Probably. Right, okay. Go hard or go home, like a certain insane Danish man says. From 5th gear to 2nd gear, I'm going to just take the cut to the outside. Nowhere to go. Come on. 2nd gear, slow. Go. Come on. Get on with it. Well, that was 1st gear. Well, that explains why I got away well then. Come on, let's try and get to the back of the... the front of this train, I should say, for the end of the race. We're on the last lap now, so that's first gear, Jimmy. Oh, well, that's one way of getting by them. How did I survive? I think what happened there was I hit first gear, realised it, got back on the clutch. The car was already going around at that point. Luckily, I found a gap in the barriers. Of course, in real life, that would have been it. That would have been me done. But that's where Sims are good. They give plebs like me another chance. So what I've succeeded doing in this race is 1, working up a massive sweat, and 2, going backwards. The true Jimmy experience. Just shows you how difficult it is to race with the H-pattern. 1 mistake like that going into the braking zone, and that's it. You're done. It's just not possible to do that with a sequential box or a flappy paddle box. You can only go up or down 1 gear at a time. This, you can go down multiple gears, use that to your advantage, but it can also bite you like it did me. But anyway, there you go. That is race complete. 5 laps to historic Hockenheim, and that is why this track used to be awesome in my eyes. It's still okay today. Of course, I'm not going to be one of those people that say bring back this sort of circuit. I understand why it went, but I do miss tracks like this in F1. Fantastic circuit, really enjoyed that, and I hope you guys did too. If you did enjoy watching me make an absolute tit of myself here today, then make sure to hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, of course, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos, and hit the old bell icon as well. That way you get notified whenever I start a stream or whenever I put up a new video. Massive shout out to patrons and sponsors as always. You guys are awesome. Take care, have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.